What's going on, my broskies? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. Today, we're back with some more 15-star Super Boss KIZUNA teams. The teams you see in this video are slightly different from the ones you would have seen yesterday. I believe the versus int team is the same, but now that the boss HP is much more substantial, as, you know, my alliance have beaten the Super Boss multiple times, now you guys can see what the end damage result of these squads are actually capable of doing. And all of the teams you see in this video are only at Super Boss, or like a Super Boss Alliance level 0. Like, I have no help in this at all, so you can see the raw damage. So basically, if you are able to work with your alliance to get more members in the boss fights, you will get a higher multiplier, which will definitely help out. But this first team here versus Dex, this is the one that I personally am not going to be challenging too much. I'll let my alliance members deal with this one, as the amount of damage that I can do against it is nowhere near as good as the other two fights, as you are going to see in this video. One of the main issues about this fight is that Kanjuro is actually surprisingly super good for this fight. Unfortunately, I was unable to pull that character. If that character was a little bit better in my eyes, I would have probably gone for him, but I'm not going to go and do any more pulls for Kanjuro. But either way, he definitely helps out because the character has the ability to increase the power of the attack boost and makes things a little bit easier for you. You know, he does have a final tap, but you really want to abuse Luffy and the Straw Hats because it basically doubles your damage. You know, why not use that? It's pretty freaking insane. But the team you see here is relatively solid. The only real issue is that you're not actually guaranteed to get matching slots on the final stage, whereas I believe Kanjuro is actually able to provide you with the Dex slots, which, you know, obviously Kaido or Big Mama's captain can change into Semler or Wano slots. But this team's really solid. We are using a friend captain, Rush Sugo 5 Kaido, definitely required to get really high damage potential. And even though I say that, you know, the damage that I use in this video, the damage that I get in this video for this team isn't that high, it still does quite a fair bit, but it's just nowhere near as good as the other two teams you guys are going to be seeing in this video. So I'll leave you guys with the damage dealing portion, and I'll catch you guys towards the next clip. The second team of this video is the int fight, and this is the exact same team that I showcased in my original video yesterday when the KIZUNA went live. And unfortunately, we were unable to showcase the max potential of this team, but now we can go ahead and do that by applying the effect of the fact that we have more HP to play with. Now, one thing that I will say is that it probably is a better choice to have Sanji stay as the captain, and the reason why I say that is because Sanji's captain ability is actually slightly better. The only reason why I opted to leave Nami as the captain is due to the fact that she has the super type ability to give herself a tandem slot, and I really wanted to abuse the size slots that the Gear 5 Luffy friend captain is giving us, as with his EX super he can make those slots become treated as a 3x multiplier, and I felt having the size slots on a majority of the characters was a little bit better than having, you know, the full board of tandem slots that Lord and Kid can give you. I'm not 100% sure if you can finagle away having Sanji as the captain and still somehow having size slots on everyone and then just a tandem slot on Nami. I don't think that's actually possible. If that is, then that definitely is the more optimal way to abuse this team. And even though there is, you know, some, you know, complications, or there are multiple ways you could go about using this team in the content, I'm still very content with the amount of damage that this team was capable of doing. And it is interesting that both the 6-star and the 6-star plus version of Gear 5 Luffy are both very usable in this piece of content. Further, you know, furthering that discussion really of, you know, which Gear 5 is the best one to have, when realistically it is nice to have both of them. In this case here, our friend captain is a maxed rush friend captain of 6-star Gear 5 Luffy. you know, I personally did not max the rush of the 6-star version. I much preferred to have the rush of the 6-star plus maxed out due to the ability of being super effective against all types, and you guys are going to be seeing that in the next clip when we go against that strength or quick variation boss. So I'll leave you guys with the rest of this clip doing a ton of damage towards the opponent here, and we'll pick things up with the final boss of the video in the next clip. Alright, moving on up to the next fight, or the last fight of the video, versus the strength or quick boss. This is such a fascinating idea for them to change the enemy's health bar mid-fight. Very, very strange. Makes it a little bit more meticulous when you're trying to plan on your taps and stuff like that. But of course, we're using Gear 5 Luffy with the 6-star plus to ensure that we have super effective damage with his Rush Sugo special, and we're fully abusing that. Now, you'll see here that we use the Toki special on stage 1 to target Robin and also Queen. Now, the reason for that is because when you reach stage 2, the enemy will actually inflict 99 turns of special bind on your cerebral characters, so Toki enables those cerebral characters to just avoid that altogether, and that's really nice. And another thing is that Toki is technically also Momo and Hiyori, so that actually counts towards one of the characters for Luffy's EX Super Special, and also can be used in the Super Tandem chain for versus Yamato, so it actually works out surprisingly well here. The Yamato is also at Super Tandem level 5, so we do get a 2.25 times bonus because of that. The other effective of versus Yamato and why she's so good here is because she can apply the attack boost based on your damage reduction, and that's a really unique ability that can stack with all of your other damage dealing abilities, so that's a fantastic effect by this character, and we're definitely going to be abusing that. And then Robin with a defense down conditional boost, and then Queen states that if you have an attack and an all boost when you launch his special, he actually will go ahead and provide a 2.5 attack boost against enemies inflicted with increased damage taken. So it works out so well with this team, just everything works amazingly. And I will say that you can actually use Rush Sanji as the friend captain instead, because versus Yamato can give an attack boost, and then Luffy can be your orb booster instead, and then Queen actually gives a color affinity boost as well, which I completely overlooked that fact. So Sanji might be better because he'll give you chain boundary and you can abuse that fully on this squad. It is depending on what you want to do though, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post on my channel, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. On that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.